Wakanda forever!
We all enjoy watching superheroes battle villains, don't we? There's something undeniably thrilling and exciting about seeing them take on the forces of evil, and many of us even dream of becoming like them, dressing up in costumes and imagining ourselves as powerful heroes. However, it's important to consider the true cost of being a superhero beyond the action-packed battles and heroic deeds. From grappling with their own moral dilemmas to dealing with the personal costs of their double lives, let's take a closer look at some of the real hardships our heroes endure. Number 1. High potential for injuries. Superheroes fight lots of bad guys, and regardless of whether they have healing abilities or not, they are bound to experience injuries from time to time. Despite this, they usually bounce back and become even stronger and determined to defeat the bad guys. Iron Man is a pretty good example. In Iron Man 3, Tony Stark suffers significant injuries, both physically and mentally, after his home is destroyed and he is left stranded without his suit. This experience nearly pushes him to the brink of defeat, but luckily for us, he uses his brilliant mind to bounce back and come on top. This relentless drive to bounce back, regardless of the severity of their injuries, is what makes superheroes truly inspiring. They transform their pain and setbacks into fuel, becoming even more powerful and resolute in their mission to defeat the bad guys. Number 2. High moral standards. Superheroes are often credited with having an impeccable moral compass, making choices that go far beyond what an ordinary person might do. They are typically portrayed as knowing the difference between right and wrong with unwavering certainty. However, there are moments when even superheroes are conflicted, facing dilemmas where the line between right and wrong becomes blurred. A prime example of this is the conflict between Iron Man and Captain America in Captain America: The Winter Soldier. This internal struggle reaches its peak in Captain America: Civil War, where the two heroes find themselves on opposing sides of a fundamental issue. Iron Man, driven by guilt and a sense of responsibility, supports government oversight of the Avengers, believing that their power needs to be regulated to prevent further casualties. On the other hand, Captain America, deeply valuing freedom and personal agency, opposes this control, arguing that they must remain free to make their own decisions without political interference.
What happened? I don't care. He killed my mom.
This conflict not only fractures the Avengers, but also brings up a crucial question. At what point does being a hero shift from serving the greater good to pursuing personal justifications? Is a hero still a hero when their actions are guided more by personal beliefs than by universally accepted ideals? The clash between Iron Man and Captain America forces us to consider whether there is a single right answer or if the truth lies somewhere in between. So, where do you stand in this debate? Did you support Iron Man's pragmatic approach? Or were you with Captain America's fight for freedom? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Number 3. Harm to loved ones. Losing a loved one is one of the toughest experiences anyone can endure. For most people, the loss is often due to natural causes or unforeseen accidents. However, for superheroes, the stakes are dramatically higher. Their loved ones frequently become targets, as villains aim to strike at the heart of their nemesis by attacking those they hold dear. The lives of these families are constantly overshadowed by the threat of danger. They're forced to remain vigilant, knowing that they could be drawn into the chaos at any moment, as seen with characters like Lois Lane and Iris West, who are repeatedly endangered simply because of their relationships with Superman and the Flash.
You'll be safe here.
Even though superheroes often manage to save the day, the cost of their victories can be devastating. Sometimes, they fail to protect those closest to them, leading to heartbreaking losses that haunt them forever. A poignant example of this is in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, where Peter Parker, as Spider-Man, tries desperately to save Gwen Stacy during a fight atop a clock tower. Despite his best efforts, Gwen tragically falls to her death, a moment that leaves Peter shattered with guilt and grief. This moment highlights the cruel reality that even superheroes, with all their power, cannot always protect the ones they love from harm.
Stay with me, stay with me. Stay with me, stay with me. You stay with me.
Number 4. Psychological burden.
Woke up 70 years later. You gotta move on.
Being a superhero can take an immense toll on the mental health of the heroes we all know and love. The constant fighting, relentless battles, and the never-ending responsibility to protect the world can weigh heavily on them, often pushing them to the brink of their endurance. Beyond the physical scars, these heroes carry deep emotional and psychological wounds. The loss of loved ones, as seen in the tragic deaths of characters like Gwen Stacy or Uncle Ben, can leave them grappling with guilt and sorrow. Facing opponents who are stronger, more cunning, or seemingly unbeatable can erode their confidence and make them question their abilities. Betrayal by those they trust, such as when Captain America discovers the truth about Bucky and the Winter Soldier, can shatter their sense of security and deepen their sense of isolation. For most people, there is a breaking point, a moment when the weight of these experiences becomes too much to bear, leading them to give up. But what sets superheroes apart is their remarkable resilience. Despite the crushing burden of their struggles, they somehow find the strength to fight on. They confront their fears, doubts, and traumas head-on, rising above the adversity that threatens to consume them. Whether it's Batman overcoming the loss of his parents or Spider-Man continuing to fight despite his personal tragedies, these heroes embody the idea that, no matter how dark the night, they can always find a way to stand tall and continue their fight for justice. Number 5. Physical fitness. With all the jumping, kicking, and throwing punches, it's clear that our heroes need to be in peak physical condition to take down the bad guys. Their incredible feats of strength, agility, and endurance don't just happen by chance. They're the result of rigorous training and relentless dedication. To stay at the top of their game, superheroes are constantly pushing their bodies to the limit. Whether it's Captain America running laps at breakneck speed as part of his cardio routine, or Batman engaging in intense weightlifting sessions in the Batcave, these heroes know that staying fit is essential for their survival and success. Being lazy and skipping workouts simply isn't an option for them. We've seen what can happen when a hero lets their fitness slide, as demonstrated by Thor's transformation in Avengers: Endgame. After losing his way and falling into a deep depression, Thor becomes overweight and out of shape, far from the god of thunder we once knew. While it's played for humor, the underlying message is clear. Even the mightiest hero can't afford to neglect their physical health. If they do, not only do they risk their own dedication to staying fit isn't just about looking strong. It's about ensuring they have the strength and endurance to keep us all safe from harm. Number 6. No breaks. Superheroes face a relentless schedule with practically no breaks. Attacks and crises can occur at any moment. From Loki's unexpected invasions to sudden villainous schemes, they must be prepared for anything at any time. This constant state of readiness is why heroes like Superman are always on call, often seen with their iconic S emblem visible or with the bat signal shining in the sky calling Batman to action. Their costumes are more than just symbols. They are crucial tools for their roles. Superheroes like Spider-Man are rarely seen out of their suits, emphasizing the need for them to be always ready to swing into action. Others, like Iron Man, have suits that allow for rapid transformation, enabling them to go from everyday attire to full battle gear in moments. Given their constant vigilance, one might wonder how they keep their costumes so clean and in top condition. Is there some magical dry cleaning service for superheroes, or do they have high-tech maintenance built into their gear? Let us know your thoughts on this intriguing question in the comments below.
Hey, is this anybody's bike? No? Hey, buddy, is this your bike?
There's no change.
Hey, does anyone have a pen? Do you have a pen?
Thank you for watching, and be sure to hit the bell icon to be updated on more exciting videos.